Experian Boost, is it worth it? Should you add it to your credit report? We're going to be covering all of the details that you need to know about Experian Boost in today's video. If you are new here, my name is Credit Coach Nicole Scott. Welcome. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel, turn those bell notifications on. Most importantly, share it with a friend and check in the comments below. Now, let's get into it. Experian Boost, have we added it to our credit report? I know I have, but since I did, I stopped because in my opinion, what we're doing is we're just adding clutter to our credit report. And we don't want to clutter things up. So here are some other things that we just don't want to do. Number one, we don't want to add Experian Boost, because it doesn't mean anything. A credit score and a credit report are two very different things. And when you're going to get funding, all that this is going to do is just add a lot of fluff and stuff to your credit report that the banks simply don't care about. They don't care that you paid your insurance or your Netflix bill on time. They're like, yeah, that doesn't move us. So yeah, great job, but we don't care. They focus on data. So what we want to do is we want to focus on quality trade lines from real banks and financial institutions, whether that's a secured loan, a credit builder loan from a credit union, or from an actual bank. I'm not talking self-lender. I'm not talking kickoff. I'm talking like, for example, BMO Harris. They have a credit builder program. If you go to Justice Federal Credit Union, you can do a credit builder loan with them. Another example is Justice Federal Credit Union. You can see right here, they have a credit builder loan program. They also have a secured savings loan program, which is their secured shared loan. So these are two products that you can get with a reputable credit union that are going to report as a primary trade line onto your credit report versus Kickoff or Self. The only credit builder that I can say I really, am a fan of is Credit Strong. And that's because they allow you to add a higher limit credit trade line to your credit report if you don't have those funds to secure it. Because what the secured loan is money from your savings account to secure those funds. So if you have $500, $5,000 in your savings account, you can pledge those to cover your secured savings loan, no inquiry, and it's going to help you build credit. Right? Those are solid ways to build credit. But Experian Boost is just adding utilities, insurance, things that banks just don't care about, right? They are not impressed by that. So great, you have a 702 credit score, but what does the data say? Because unless you are, trying to get like an apartment or something where the minimum credit score has to be 700, this really doesn't help. And to be honest with you, instead of adding Experian Boost, which only goes to Experian, it doesn't go to Equifax, it doesn't go to TransUnion. I would say if you have a friend, family member, or someone that you know that can add you as an authorized user to their credit card, as long as their credit card has 100% payment history and a low credit usage, you would be better off going that route. If you don't have a friend or family member, you can buy one. In fact, I have a ton of AU trade lines that you can select from to build up your credit score so you can get that minimum credit requirement if needed. But if you're going after funding, they go off of data. Okay. I've seen people with a 700 still get denied because they don't have the right data points that lender is looking for. So it's really important that you build up to qualify. You start building positive credit trade lines with real banks, real financial institutions that others are going to look at as competition. They are not in competition with Netflix, okay? They are not on the same wavelength, all right? So you have to understand from the bank's perspective, they're looking at what other banks have you done business with so we can trust you too. Oh, you've done business with Justice Federal Credit Union? Oh, great. So yeah, we can trust you too then. You've paid all of those payments on time, so we expect that you do the same with us. That's why it is so important to understand how to build and structure your credit report properly so you can get approved for funding. And this is stuff that's not taught to us in school. It's hard to understand and, grasp the concept if you really haven't studied this stuff. But once you start putting it all together, it just flips like a light switch. You have that aha moment. I get it. I understand now. So again, guys, I'm going to go with a no on Experian Boost, but I have done it myself. It's just not something that is going to be helpful. It just adds a bunch of fluff and stuff to your credit report that no one cares about. And I hate to say it like that, but if we were in 2020, sure, this would help. The rent reporters would help. Adding the rent to the credit report would help, but we're not there anymore. And banks are becoming harder and harder to get approved with. So that's why it's so important for you to understand how to build your credit to get funding so you don't have to pay somebody 10 or 20% of what you get approved for. You got to learn, you got to earn, baby. So I will see you on the next video. Again, make sure to comment the word credit kit below. I will send you my free credit kit that has a bunch of great tools in there about personal credit, business credit, Tradelines, and so much more. Thank you so much for watching, and watch these videos coming up next. See you next time.